They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly. But you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to Vaught-Hemingway Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. As we'll see a team from the Pac-12, a team ready to put on a show. Taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Rebels about to kick it away and get this season started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They sure hope that that dynamic connection that was on display last week rears its head and wreaks havoc again. Back to pass, it's Finley. And here's a fumble way behind the line. He'll be brought down, but he was trying with everything he had to turn that disaster into a first down. He came up a little short. They'll go to work in the air on second down. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. A big third down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Amos. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stopped. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Robinson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Murray. Breaks into the open. They drag him down, but for he's moved the chains and the screen pass is effective. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. The give to the back. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. Here's the pressure. Zings it complete to the right.
Yeah, and you gotta love those matchups. When you get a running back matched up on somebody else, it's never going to be a cornerback. That's not going to happen. So finding a good matchup, getting that speed isolated, now I'm going to go attack and make some plays.
Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Man, those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing the rhythm and the cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on second down. You're likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing.
The give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Rebels will hustle to the line. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. D showing blitz. They might be bluffing. The throw. Catch in the middle. It's Lacy. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
From the gun, give on the inside. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. The Rebels have their offense in high gear.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone. Wants to go up top on first down. Quick strike complete. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Going to swing it on second down. Grab near the marker. It's dribbling. Touchdown, Rebels! Leaves it with the back. Finding an escape route. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Line gets set. First down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Quarterback strolling away from Heath. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to throw, it's Finley. With the catch, it's Robinson.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
He's going to look for a man on third and short. Got it in the middle, it's Robinson. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. This time they'll go to the running game. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's second and 11. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Throws to the wideout. Got him and nobody's close. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play and they'll mark him down at the 28. It'll be a first and 10 from the 29. Looking to throw on first down. That's reeled in. It's Robinson.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Second down, he'll throw it. Fires to the right. Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be third down.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown to him over and over again here in the first quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was.
Into the end zone for a touchdown.
Man, this guy is an elite.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. We've had some early scores. They get the ball back, trailing by a field goal, 10-7. Grabbed over the middle. It's Wallace. Still running at the 40. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Turning it on! Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. And the Rebels want to pick up the tempo. Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. They're going to ride this running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. We're on second down. He'll keep it himself. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Pocket breaking down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Right down the boulevard. It's good. And that's going to tie it up. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Looking downfield, it's Finley. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. So now it's second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Fires to the tight end. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Grab near the sticks. It's Robinson. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun to give to the back. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. Wants to go up top. Finds the tight end. There he goes. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Love the route there by the tight end in man-to-man coverage. He's able to separate from the defender, and then once he has the ball, he's able to rip through the tackle and go get more yards.
Got enough for the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. They go to the ground. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal.
And I like it. Third down and short, and this offense stays aggressive, and now they're set up. Forget the field goal. We're not looking for 3 now. Now set up in a first and goal, trying to get a touchdown.
So close to cashing it in for this offense. Takes it into the end zone for a touchdown.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And right down the middle. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Old Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They'll go to work trailing 17-10 and hoping to put together a productive drive. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Trying to get behind the defense. Snags it down the right side. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The Rebels headed quickly to the line. Guys, let's talk a little bit about Ole Miss. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. 2nd and goal coming up. Defense might bring the house here. Snap it to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
After getting stuffed, what did they have for an answer here on 3rd and goal from the 2? The give. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too. And you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you've practiced all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
4th and goal from the 2. Can they finish this drive? Trying to punch it in. Goal line defense, and he gets nothing as he stopped right at the 2. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. From his end zone, needs to be careful here. With the catch, it's Robinson. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down. Back to pass, it's Finley. Unloads to the wideout. Caught over the middle, it's Robinson. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, the offense was trying to go draw and make it look like pass, but I'll tell you, the linebackers weren't fooled. They came down hard quickly, got into the backfield, and got the tackle for loss.
Working the middle. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Grab behind the line. It's Murray. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Looking to fire. Shoots it to the left. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the grab, in this offense, which has been brilliant this season on 3rd down, doesn't convert this time. That incompletion is an engraved invitation to the punt team. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field. They got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. And the Rebels can really attack on this 2nd and short. Tight end now in motion. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Lee. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Wallace. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Ole Miss. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
On the move from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. To the air, it's Finley. Quickly out to the tight end. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Here's a heat. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Rushes on him. Keeps it going. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the 1st down, and getting down because the...
Lofts one deep down the right side. He makes a grab. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. The big explosive play put him right on the edge, but you got to finish the deal. Using his feet. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
He'll bring it out. It's Watkins. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Going right to work up top. Finds space on the right. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's 1st down from the 44. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the 1st down. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the right. The sure hands, it's right. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. And he's already 1 for 1, so this time he'll try to put one through from 30. They put on the heat and they blocked it. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A memorable first half of football so far today in Oxford. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that, let's head back to the Grove and our fellas at Vaught Hemingway Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. Coming out with it, it's Watkins. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They start this third quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Lee. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Rebels want to crank the tempo. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked in.
Breaks into the open. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. And the Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
What a big-time run for this offense. A physical run, getting down, almost scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, and considering how well they're running it right now, why wouldn't you just hand it off to this guy right here again?
The snap sets up the throw. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's first and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
Quarterback on the keeper. Touchdown, Rebels! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Now, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was rookie 18. We'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. Catch in the middle, it's Amos. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Got it in the middle, it's Amos. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Gets it to him on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Scanning the field, it's Finley. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Listen, you hear all the time about how important it is to stay on schedule offensively, right? And this is a perfect example. You just can't have negative plays early in drives because even when you come up with big plays like we just saw, you're still miles away from picking up this first down. You're making it so hard on your offense.
On fourth down, going to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Riles. How about that defense? Looking downfield on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And he makes the catch inside the 25. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. Buys a little time. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Back to pass. This time it's complete. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. Wants to keep it in the air. He's got it on the move. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The run from the shotgun. Picks his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, running back gets the give. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Not able to hook up there, incomplete. A big Toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. Dropping back, it's Finley. Under fire. That pass not close as he drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And here comes the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it. And now this offense will take the field again. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
This game will come down to this, a field goal try to save them. Dead center perfect. All tied up. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Got it in the middle. It's Murray. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game. And I got to be able to...
Turning it on! At the 20. Lean for the wire. Touchdown.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
Lining up to add another. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. We check in with... Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. With that, he's got 101 yards on the ground, and that will put him over 100, and what a way to start the season. Caught in the backfield. It's Lee. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. The Rebels in the hurry up. He'll do it himself. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And this QB is dialed in. You've already seen the passing ability to make plays down the field. But how about this? Running the option as well. The diversity in this offense, really hard to stop, and he's having a day.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Well, this quarterback now has over 400 yards passing. To do that, you have to have weapons catching the ball. You've seen that in this offense all game long. There are some dangerous playmakers in the perimeter.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Gets the back moving. Off the play fake. Oh, they're after him. Took care of it himself. There he goes. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Caught behind the line. It's Lacy. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. It's Lacy. They stop him well short of the marker. It's fourth down from the 27. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Looking to throw, it's Finley. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Runs through the tackle. And that defense just ran through that offensive front. He broke a couple of tackles, but nowhere to run. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. The quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. Not much cooking on that drive, and now they'll hope to flip the field with this punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
And the Rebels want to move quickly.
This quarterback is such a playmaker, and his arm is what makes him so special. Could this be the game that sends him to New York City for the Heisman Trophy? He's now got over 450 passing yards.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Give to the back. Plows through the defense.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
To the ground with the back. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll give it to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Out of the gun, the inside give. And this one will be stopped for no gain. It'll be third and long. They'll move the tight end. They'll go right back to it. He's brought down at the 11-yard line, and now is this 4-down territory, or will they take the chip shot field goal? He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Fires into the end zone. Oh, he dropped it, just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Power football with the run. Clock is stopped. Timeout used by the defense. 14 seconds left. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's second and 11. Running back searching for a hole. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. Timeout called by the defense, and there are only 10 seconds left in the game. Looks like the offense will just take a knee. Guys, this is a story we see every single year in college football. Ranked teams losing to unranked opponents. Whatever the reasons, it adds to the flavor of a season.
It's so good because we all love the upsets. And then if you're the team that got that ranked win, Jesse, you start to build your resume, start to build some momentum. So this squad got a good win today.
They sure did. They put the rest of college football on alert with that huge win. And for the team losing, they've now got to be able to turn the page. They got to go back, do some soul searching.